Okay. Hi. How are you? I've been very busy, so happy with what I've been able to be accomplishing in my life lately. When I get into this, I don't have any descriptions today. Um, some channels I've been watching that I want to tell you to look up is True Crime with Manny Grossman. He's back. So check out his work. He does a garden channel, and then he also does some conversations around the Son of Sam. And I was never really into that case before, but I think it's really fascinating. So also, I have some uh, shout outs for Professor Hamamoto. I I just think he's great. I think it takes a special kind of person to be able to um, get what he's putting out there. And I really enjoy the little community that he's building, and watch some channels where there's some crossover. And I like that. These are really small channels. Macduff Lives 3, Professor Hamamoto, Manny Grossman, Thomas Sheridan. Um, they're so small, but the communities are engaged, and I just think that's awesome. And so in the future, I'll be linking to those particular episodes. But basically, I've just been trying to catch all those live streams from other people lately, and it just amazes me how the brain works, how I'm figuring out how my brain works. And so sometimes I have to think about things for a long time, and then, maybe I go revisit a conversation, uh, like a podcast that I've listened to before, and I'm able to hear it in a new way. And that's been happening a lot lately. And I wanted to show you some of the books that are on my radar. This one just jumped out at me in my pile of many books, and it's called American Sons, The Falcon and the Snowman, the Untold Story of the Falcon and the Snowman, Christopher Boyce, Kate Boyce, and Vince Vaughn. And I think this was a self-published book. They printed this in 2014. You can go to, they have a Facebook, the Falcon and the Snowman. Twitter is at Codename Falcon. I haven't checked these links for those, but I have been on their website, thefalconandthesnowman.com. So they do have that. And I believe they have a podcast that they're doing. So I don't really know much about this story, but these guys were released from prison and had spent a lot of time in prison. So I'm interested in checking that out because that book jumped out at me. And I've had it for years. Never really leafed through it. I'm pretty sure I got it at some obscure bookshop in Ogden, Utah. Because I can't think of where else I would have gotten it. And I remember getting some Utah self-published books from a little shop up there. So, like a little coffee shop. So, anyways, I haven't really been reading Defeated Demons the last few weeks. It's been just sitting on my bookshelf. But I have been listening to Thomas Sheridan. I still highly recommend his Puzzling People. I did finish that last week or a couple weeks ago. It's funny. I had also been leafing through the Bible that my mom and stepdad gave us for our wedding, and even had the card that she gave us. So I had not been reading the Bible, honestly. Not for many years, not since I was a kid. But this one's interesting. It's called the Life Application Study Bible, the New King James Version. So there's many different versions of the Bible text. This one, it's called the Study Bible. So actually, I love it because it's got maps. And I freaking love maps. I just do. So this shows where Jerusalem is relative to the Sea of Galilee, the Jordan River, the Dead Sea, the Mediterranean Sea, the cities of refuge. So I don't know much about the Bible. I really don't. But I was thinking about, like, I've been following a lot of different people named Thomas lately. And so, and I thought I remembered one of the disciples of Jesus was named Thomas. And so I looked in the Bible to see if there was a Gospel of Thomas. And that is one of the Gnostic texts. So honestly, frankly, I don't know too much about those. I just know that those are books that were found later and were not included in original printings of the Bible. That's at least what I think it means. So I have to do my research on that. But I did find an audio version of the Gospel of Thomas. And what I found interesting about looking up Thomas in the Bible is he's really not mentioned that often. And because this is the study version, it has a whole breakout of certain sections. And so they refer to Thomas as the doubter. And I thought that was really cool because, if you're at all familiar with any of the stuff that I've been talking about on this channel the last few months, I've definitely been heavily influenced recently by Thomas Sheridan. And he's someone I never heard of before, just probably 6 months ago. And I hadn't really gotten into him until this year, till 2022. Took me a while to get into him, and then once I did, I wanted to order all of his books, and I really look forward to all the content that he shares pretty regularly. So anyway, I just wanted to mention that in passing, that I'm going to be studying more of the Gnostic texts. I don't think this tickle is going to go away, but thank you so much for supporting this journey of mine. We will be back soon. Love you. Good night.